Hi guys, welcome to another beer review. Today we've got a beer from Crew Republic out of Munich here in Bavaria. And yeah, this is going to be the first, well it's technically not because I've already done a review by the time this will be uploaded, of these guys because I got in touch with the brewery after trying one of their beers which I picked up in Cologne, which was the Drunken Sailor IPA. And basically just, asked, is there any way I can try some of your beers to review on the channel? And the lovely woman who I was talking to, Brigitte, said, yeah, sure, just give me your address, we'll ship it out. And yeah, I was expecting maybe 2 or 3 bottles, maybe two of like 3 of the different beer, free beers and like 2 bottles of each so I could sample and then review on. But no, they sent me a box of 20 beers, 5 different types, if I've remembered correctly. So they sent me 5 bottles, no, 4 bottles of the Drunken Sailor IPA, 4 bottles of the Foundation 11 Pale Ale, 4 bottles of the Munich Easy, which is like a summer blonde beer, and then 2 bottles of the Double IPA, which I've heard many, many good things about, 2 bottles of the Imperial Stout, and 2 bottles of the beer that I have today, which is a Witbier, which is brewed in collaboration with the Steamworks Brewery, who of course, primarily based in Canada, but they now, have productions here in Germany as well. And I've covered, I think, 3 of their beers so far. And yeah, this is part of the experimental sort of line, which I do also have a bottle of the 2.3 barley wine, which I'll probably be drinking last because it's, a heavy hitter, that sort of thing. And yeah, Steamworks I'm a big fan of, and the Drunken Sailor IPA, and I've tried some of their beers that they sent me just to casually drink them, get a feel for them. They've all been really good so far. Spoiler alert. So yeah, looking forward to not only reviewing this but the rest of the beers that they sent me. So before I get into it, a massive, 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 massive thank you to not only Brigitte for making this happen, but also for everyone involved in Crew Republic, because that's what I love about this community. You've got brewers helping other brewers, breweries working with other breweries. You've got people like me who make video reviews and interacting with not only fellow video beer reviewers, beer tubers, but also the breweries themselves. I've met some great people here in Regensburg. I've got to know some great breweries, some great head brewers. It's just such a rewarding experience. And yeah, free beer is always good, but just because I've been sent a beer to review, I'm not just going to blindly say it's fantastic, because that doesn't help me develop, it doesn't help the brewery who've sent the beers, and yeah, it doesn't help you guys who are potentially interested in trying these beers. So yeah, enough of that spiel, let's get on with the beer review. So yeah, the Crew Republic Witbier, brewed in collaboration with Steamworks Brewery, clocking in at 4.7% with an IBU count of 26. Hops used are Mandarina Bavaria, Katzbeck and Wakatu, and the malts are Pilsner, wheat and caramel malts. So a nice little cocktail. Now I think this is the second wit beer that they've done as part of this line. I can't remember the other brewery that they did it with, but another German brewery. So not too much going on in terms of gun smoke. Not really too fussed. It's nice when you get that, but I don't go into a beer like expected to have steam arise. Well, it's not steam. You know what I'm talking about. Why did I even bring that point up? Who cares? Oh, it smells good on the neck. Let's get it into the wheat beer glass. Now, not tried too many wit beers in general. I'm not the biggest wheat beer fan overall. But yeah, you can see some nice little bits in that bottle. Let's give that a bit of a shake and pour the rest in. But when beers like this come along, which are collaboration brews, or they've done something a little bit different, maybe they've hopped it up a bit, maybe they've, infused it with different flavours, I've got more of I want to try it more, as opposed to like your regular Hefeweizens or that sort of thing. Don't get me wrong, I've tried some fantastic regular German wheat beers here. I mean, Weinstefaner's Hefeweizen and the Viticus, I can't remember what it's called, both phenomenal beers. But yeah, I like it when like brews like Schneiderweiser, for instance, when they do the Hopfenweissers or Festweizers or the Aventinas, probably my favourite wheat beer of all time. I like when they do something different, and the fact that this is not only classed as like sort of like an experimental sort of beer, but it's a collaboration with a brewery that I already like, then you know I'm excited to try it. So beer in the glass, and that's a nice pale yellow colour. It's got that slight look of maybe a less intense lemon curd in the jar, that sort of thing. But yeah, hazy as hell. Nice and chalky, sherbety lemon sort of colour. Nice streaming carbonation going up to that three to four fingers worth of very fluffy, foamy white head with a mixture of compact and open bubbles. And yeah, it looks really nice. It looks really good so far. So let's see if I can get an aroma on this as I shake the glass like an idiot. I'm getting hops straight away. Not a punchy hop aroma or hop presence, but you detect those hops. And it's got that spicy, like Belgian yeast sort of character as well. You definitely pick up that wheat malt. It smells like a wheat beer. You're not really getting like a banana or, you know, like a German sort of wheat beer aroma, which I wasn't really expected to be. I'm not too sure what the difference is with a Witbier in terms of its like genetic makeup and what goes into the brewing process, but you get those similar tones, but I'm not picking up like a banana bread or anything like that. That being said, I'm almost getting like a slight ginger cake aroma. Maybe a little bit of spice in there as well. But it's got this sort of like zesty refreshingness to it as well. Nothing overwhelming at all in this beer. It's all nice and mellow. You know, laid back vibes coming out of the aroma. It sounded so ridiculous, I apologise. And it smells really damn good. Really nice. So let's give it a taste. Cheers. I'm getting a bitter hop presence straight away, but as is with the aroma, that characteristic isn't overwhelming, it's not domineering, it's rather mellow, not laid back, because it's got some presence in there, but that's the first thing I get, is like a hop bitterness, slight hop kick. Almost getting a very slight salty orange sort of flavour. Again, that salt that I'm picking up, very, 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 you know, right in the background, not a dominating flavour. It just adds this like little hint of sharpness to it. That mouthfeel. It's not heavy. It's not light. I wouldn't even describe it as a medium mouthfeel. It's ever so slightly velvety. Not like you know, an imperial stout or anything like that, but it's smooth. It's like a really smooth, like orange juice sort of texture where they've really, you know, got rid of all the little bits of orange. I'm getting a herbiness there as well, and I am picking up like a Belgian, like ale-ish sort of wheatiness. It's like the wheat beer, and then you've got a hint of like a Belgian strong ale in there. That like really not sour, but slightly tart, orangey sort of flavours. Slight bit of citrus in there as well, not really citrusy. But yeah, that's a really, really nice little beer actually. For a wheat beer, a wit beer. It's definitely, I don't know, because I don't really tend to go for these styles, my palate with this style compared to other beers, it's not really too well versed. So I'm probably missing quite a lot than other people would pick up. But it's such a pleasant beer. It's got this like salady herbiness. You get like leafy herbs, spicy coriander maybe, that sort of thing. A little bit of pepper. It's not. I wouldn't describe it as like a savoury beer. I wouldn't describe it as like a sweetish beer. It's sort of like in the middle. Got a really nice earthiness to it, but with like a fruitiness underneath. Those hops just help it along a little bit. Get that nice bitterness, hot bitterness throughout. And then on the back end, it's got like a slight sort of pepper heat. Like freshly ground pepper on the back end. And yeah, not too heavy on the stomach at all. Really nice. Perfect for this summer. If you were sat outside, you know, just chilling in the back garden, that sort of thing, then this is a perfect beer for that sort of occasion. And yeah, it's a nice, pleasant beer. No overwhelming flavours, nothing like that. Just a really nice, laid back, easy to drink Witbier. And yeah, very nice indeed. Definitely an 8 out of 10 from me. And yeah, look forward to drinking the other bottle of this one. I was like potentially going to be giving bottles to like friends to try, but with all the beers where I've only got 2 bottles of each, I think I'm just going to end up keeping one of the bottles for myself. But yeah, this is definitely a winner. And yeah, it's going to probably sound really bullshitty, like I'm just putting it right at the end of the review. But it's got a sort of Steamworks familiarity to it. I mean, granted, the last time I had Steamworks was like a couple of months ago when I reviewed the pumpkin ale, and then before that it was last year when I had the Killer Cucumber and the White Angel IPA. But there was like this like slightly salady, earthy, coriander leaf sort of character which I found in, you know, some of the Steamworks beers. And then you've got like this crafty hoppiness as well, which is just really, really nice. And I've waffled on for 12 minutes, or 13 probably. Yeah, it's just a really good beer. 8 out of 10 from me. If you get the opportunity to try it, and if you like your wit beers and wheat beers in general, then you're going to really probably enjoy it. Like I said, I couldn't really find too much information about this one, except from bits and bobs on like various like blogs, that sort of thing. But if I do find more information, links are down below for you to check out. And yeah, 8 out of 10, not too bad. So it's been 2 good beers out of 2 so far from my experience with Crew Republic. Well, slightly more because I've enjoyed all the beers that I've drank so far, but I haven't got around to reviewing them. Hopefully the other reviews can be a little bit more compact than this one. But you know, it's like I always say, I don't mind waffling on for like 10 minutes plus if it's a good beer. I mean, I've not really detected too much, don't get me wrong, but it pleases my palate, and that's the important thing for me anyway. So if you want to find out more about Crew Republic and Steamworks Brewing Company, links are down below. Check out both my Crew Republic playlist and my Steamworks Brewing Company playlist. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and I hope you'll subscribe, and more importantly, join me for another beer. So whatever you're drinking, I hope it's good, and I hope you're drinking very sensibly on this warm, sunny day. It's probably not going to be warm at all when you're watching this one, but hey ho, who cares? See you later guys, cheers.